Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elsa. I'm a mom of 6, currently homeschooling my 3 younger children, and this is the year that I officially graduate one of my homeschoolers. My son will be 17 this winter, and he will officially be done with school, his high school education, come this fall. We could have had him finish up this summer, but there's been some volunteer work and some other programs, and just taking a break from all the testing, we decided it's okay, we're just gonna go into the fall and finish out that way. So that's exciting. I'll have a high school graduate, my first homeschool high school graduate, which is really exciting. This is officially our 4th year of homeschooling, and I will be continuing to homeschool my almost 3rd grader and my kindergarten schooling. You are able to cater to your child's needs and their development, and that is one of my favorite parts about it, because you don't have to speed through it. You can go at your own pace, and my 7-year-old is doing amazing. We just completed his 2nd grade curriculum, and he is testing a little bit above, so we can technically start 3rd grade curriculum, but we're going to continue to do review on 2nd grade, make sure that he grasps all the concept, make sure that he's getting all the understanding of the math and the pronunciation of letters and the writing, language arts, all the things before we start our 3rd grade curriculum, which will probably start around October, November. So we will be doing 3rd grade, but right now we're gonna just do a review into my little guy who is completed his preschool year. We are part of a co-op that they do attend, and he's been doing preschool into kindergarten, but we're going to redo kindergarten again, and we test my children for myself. I like to know where they are, what they're comfortable with, whether or not we should move on to the next level. So before moving on, we always do a short little test just to see where they are. So my little guy is testing a little bit of ahead in math skills. So we're going to start off our school year with kindergarten and do a bunch of review stuff, and then if he's ready, we'll go into 1st grade. Again, best part of homeschooling, that you go at your child's pace. You don't have to specifically go age-based, grade level based. So I really enjoy that part of it, and we'll be doing level K, the good and the beautiful, for him, and he'll be diving into the good and the beautiful for the first time all the way through. And for math, we're going to just do a few workbooks that are kindergarten level, and then go into 1st grade to see where he's at before I buy a math curriculum. Although I do have the level K math curriculum, we're not going to jump into that yet, because I want to complete these level K kindergarten workbooks that we'll be doing over the summer, continue over the summer. So we are year-round homeschoolers, so we do take a week off for vacation or a week off because we need a break. We're a little burned out. We recently just took a week off for VBS camp, which was great. We're not going to dive back in to official schoolwork until August 10th. I'm giving them a little bit of a longer break because we have another VBS camp, and we also have some birthday parties coming up, and I'm not prepared. We're a little bit scattered with all our curriculum. I was still trying to decide what I was doing with my almost 3rd grader. So we're going to be doing that. So we're going to do the good and the beautiful level K and the good and the beautiful level K math, and some workbooks in between to make sure that my son is comfortable with moving up with a good reading booster card. So this will be with the level K for my little guy, and I really do enjoy how it breaks down the concepts and how you break down the words and you make them into families, and the grouping and the stacking of sentences. I'm a big fan of the good and the beautiful, and it also has the level the reading booster A books, which you do with the level K. So that's my little one's math and his language arts. And we also do writing. He just does a bunch of writing, tracing, all the things to read for about 20 minutes a day, so they can grab any of these books and use them to read, and it's so beneficial. So he does sight words tracing. This is just independent work, where if he has some time or he's looking to do something, writing, he's really big on writing and drawing and creating things. So I have this that I just ordered from Amazon, and he does this. He's been doing this. This is his 2nd book. He's been doing this for a while, but he's really interested in doing cursive. So I just bought a cursive tracing book, teaching him just the letters independently and then creating sentences. And then we'll do this about twice a week, where I'll go over and have him write sentences. He wanted to do learn cursive writing, so I'm gonna say yes if that's what you want to do. And for his summer curriculum from August 10th until we complete it, before jumping into third grade level with the good and the beautiful, because as of right now I will be doing level 3 with the good and the beautiful for him. But I did purchase All About Reading. I've heard really good things. I've never used it, but I heard really good things about this curriculum, and I wanted him to have a strong reading, grasp all the concepts, and I heard this is great. And it's a shorter curriculum. It's only 57 lessons, so this is All About Reading. This is the teacher's manual. It is pretty hefty. I was a little intimidated, but it is step by step, very telling. You're able to go through it. I've looked through it a little bit, but again, we're not starting to August 10th, so I'm giving myself a little time to do that. And it is a really hefty size book. That's the teacher's manual. It's Leap into Reading, a learning activity book, and it's All About Reading, level 2, 57 lessons, which is one of my favorite things, that it's not a long curriculum. It has all the cards here, which I do have to do. It's part of the program, and these are the sight words. These are the words that you're going to use to create words, sentences. So I heard great things about this. I might also purchase the All About Spelling curriculum, level 2. He's great at reading. He's picking up on spelling, but I want them to have strong concepts. And for the student packet, it's word cards, stickers for progress charts, Leap into Reading activity book. So it has all the pieces that it came with the curriculum, level 2. It also has the 2 books here, Queen Bee, a collection of short stories, and What Am I, a collection of short stories. So this is part of the curriculum. He'll be reading along with these for this curriculum. 57 lessons. Just wanted to make sure that he had strong concepts and he felt really confident before we jumped into level 3, being that he is only 7.5. I don't want to rush it. We're not in a rush. And for science, we are elective homeschoolers, which also means that I just take bits and pieces of things that work for our family. My sons are really into bugs and nature and science and all the things, so I really enjoy this. We did a little bit of this with the co-op that we were in this past year, and it's Discovering God's World. So we did some of this with our co-op. There's still a few lessons in here that we did not do, so we will complete this going on the next few weeks when we start. We're also going to be doing My Body. So I did this with my 7-year-old 2 years ago. We just did a quick review. We did some tracing. We did some understanding the body. But my little guy is only 5, and he was along with us, but he wasn't really sitting in. He was not interested. So we're going to do this again. There's nothing wrong with reviewing and doing some things over so that the children know. We also have been doing this with the good and the beautiful. We did this for 2 school years on and off. We have not completed the whole book. And I don't have a problem with saying that, because you don't always need to finish the curriculum. It's what works for your family. So this is a science for little hearts and hands, and I love it because a lot of it's outdoorsy stuff, so it's for all seasons. We did a bunch of this. We still have some lessons that we didn't complete, so again, because I have my 5-year-old that is now interested in sitting down and picking up his pencil and learning and discovering new things, we're going to go over this again. So that'll be part of our science combination. I do have some lesson planning to do of how we're going to do that. For math, for my almost 3rd grader, we are finishing up time, money, where we introduce fractions and multiplication. So with that, because we finished our 2nd grade curriculum with the good and the beautiful, I didn't want to purchase the 3rd grade until I knew where he was, whether or not we had to review 2nd grade over or pick parts of it that he did not grasp. But we've been doing money, we've been doing fractions, and because my little guy is coming in and doing more work with us, we're gonna do some more of the time, money, and fractions. I just purchased this right off of Amazon, and then I just did a bunch of printouts, like Teachers Pay Teachers, or you can create them on Canva. And this is just some graphics so that my little guy can understand. We have some fake money, we have some math manipulatives here. And then I also just found this in Walmart, and it's just a magnetic piggy bank, and then it has pictures with money symbols and things like that, and you're able to put it on this little guy. So we'll be doing that for math. We also have our math box that my little guy will be using for his math. This is level 1, but I just like that it has the clock on the outside and it has math manipulatives inside, so this is great for him. I am not a big spender on homeschool curriculum or all the things. I like to utilize the library, I like to utilize the dollar store, and even just using things that we've already used in the past and learning how to use them differently, because you can easily purchase a lot of things. History, we are doing My America and My World. And there is bits and pieces of history tied into the language arts of the good and the beautiful, but things that we want to go in depth, I utilize the good and the beautiful. I also like My America and My World, and we're going to be using this. We started this with our co-op this past year, but we have not completed all the lessons. And I also really love Gather Around curriculum, different unit studies. So we'll be using some of their unit studies this year as well. Because we're year-round homeschoolers, I don't have my whole year planned out. I'm not big on planning a whole year out because life happens, things happen. We're also going to be doing, this is for 3rd grade to 6th grade. So it's a little bit older, it's a little bit of a hefty book, but that's okay because we're not going to be doing the whole thing. We're just going to pick out pieces that work for us or where we are, and it's maps and geography. I really like this book. I feel like it has a lot of information. Then we have some printed out, laminated state and capitals. So state and capitals matching. So I have a few copies of this, and my boys will do that. We also have some maps that they trace, and we'll be continuing to do that just to get familiar with tracing the map and also knowing the capitals of the states. We have a 50 states map of the world activity book. So what I do is I make copies of this, and they both do it, and we pick a state per week or every other week, or a state that they're interested in or a state that we visited, and we just kind of dive into it and learn all the things about it. We also have this map puzzle that my little guy will put together. He's listening to the map song, 50 states song, family style homeschooling, which science, history, sometimes math, we kind of do it together. Math, they're different on different levels, but for math, if we're doing games, we'll use the manipulatives and things like that, and my little guy can kind of stay on top with us. Books that I just have for my little guy and expect him to start recognizing words and letters, and even though he's not able to fully read, he is able to create the story with the pictures and then put the words together, which is amazing because he wasn't doing that last year. So he's doing that now, and we have a bunch of these books, and I just like to utilize the things that we have and go over them, because if you read something to a child at the age of 1 or 2 or 3 and then you reread it at 5 or 6, their comprehension is completely different and they're now absorbing it differently. So I like to just reread some of the things again. We're currently reading Charlotte's Web, which we've done one time before, but now my little guy is getting it. He's understanding the story, he's watched the movie. So these we'll be doing for the 2026-27 school year. Again, there is a few other things that I have not purchased because we school year round. So once we finish this curriculum, if he is prepared to jump into 3rd level curriculum, we'll do that. If not, we'll stick to 2nd grade until he's ready to move forward. And these are our picks for this school year. More information all about reading or any of the curriculums that I shared here, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.